This is Coral Casper, an Ironman account with the dream of becoming the most renowned chef in all of Gielinor. To achieve this dream, he shall cook almost every single of the 133 available recipes 100 times. In this series, we will follow him in his quest to do just that. We are starting today's episode off at the Grand Tree in the northeast of Three Gnomes Stronghold. Partial completion of Recipe for Disaster is required for some future recipes, and one of the items that we need to unlock access to the subquests is a fruit blast. To make a fruit blast from scratch, we need a pineapple, lemon and orange and mix them together in a cocktail shaker. If we then have a cocktail glass and some lemon slices in our inventory, we can pour ourselves a fruit blast. Another reason why we are at the Grand Tree is to pick up some gnome spice, a versatile ingredient used in many gnome recipes. Apart from the gnome recipes, gnome spice is also used to make spicy sauce, from which you can also make chili con carne, and from that you can make a chili potato. Unlike gnome recipes, where making the recipe doesn't consume the gnome spice, the spice will get consumed when making the spicy sauce. Since we will be making 100 of each the spicy sauce, chili con carne and chili potato, we will need at least 300 gnome spice for these recipes alone. Another ingredient in making the spicy sauce is garlic, which can't be farmed, but luckily there's an unlimited source in the cupboard at Morgan's home in Draenor Village. The garlic can only be chopped in a bowl, to which we will then add the gnome spices to make the spicy sauce. Since we make our bowls from scratch, it is back to the clay mines and subsequent pottery wheel to craft ourselves some bowls. With all the ingredients in place, we will now work on creating 100 spicy sauce. In order to make chili con carne, all we have to do is repeat all of the previous steps again and add cooked meat on top of it. This means having 100 bowls ready, 100 garlic, 100 gnome spice to make the spicy sauce, and then add the cooked meat on top of it. During this challenge, we will need to make a fair bit of dairy products as cream, butter and cheese are used in a variety of recipes. We will kickstart this process now by focusing on churning 100 pots of cream. Next up are scrambled eggs, for which we will need to gather 100 eggs, create 100 bowls, crack the eggs in the bowls and cook those on the furnace. Some meat recipes we will need to roast over an open fire. In order to do that, we will need iron spits to skewer the meat on before it can be roasted. As you might see, I don't tend to choose the most effective spots to farm materials at. Moreover, this challenge is a way for me to utilize some of Gielinor's lesser traveled paths. Roasted bird meat is one of the recipes that we will need to use iron spits on. As farming this early on is particularly tedious, I will start this process now and finish it at a later episode. Hunter is a particularly important skill that we will come back to more often as this challenge continues, so it's good to get an early start on this grind. With the grind towards roasted bird meat started, we have reached the end of this third episode. 11 out of 133 recipes completed leaves us with an 8.27% completion rate. This was Cooked episode 3. I'll see you guys later. Peace!